Deciding on what career path to take can be difficult, and there's a lot of pressure. There can also be a lot of fear of making the wrong decision. Our ego will also come into play and try to convince us to pick a career that's going to keep us safe and stable instead of us picking a career that we actually desire. Here's where magical tools enter. When you use magical tools, they will shake up your ego and they will help you pick a career that is aligned with your soul. In today's video, I'm going to tell you 3 ways that magical tools can help you choose a career path. Hey there, I'm Anna. I'm a purpose mentor, a breathwork facilitator, and a shadow work specialist. Subscribe for my best tips and practices on connecting with your intuition, your power, your magic, and your soul aligned career. The first way that magical tools can support you on picking a career path is through clarity. Knowing exactly where you're headed is going to be powerful, is going to give you the direction to start to take aligned action towards, but also give you confidence. If you feel unclear and foggy and you're just not sure of like what's going on, you tend to not be confident and therefore not show up your most powerfully. Divination tools are really helpful for gaining clarity, especially if you're new to magic and spiritual practices or even connecting with your intuition. Divination tools can be things like oracle cards, tarot cards, runes, scrying. There are so many different types of divination tools, and it's really helpful to pick one that you feel comfortable with. And even if you've done none of them before, just dive into some. You can Google divination tools and see what comes up and start to notice which one of these feels the best for you in this moment, especially if you're new to the journey. Trust me, they're not all going to feel right for you because some of them can be a little intense. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you're going to notice what feels good to you. Altars are a really powerful way to gain clarity. An altar, which I remember I had a lot of resistance around just because of a lot of programming around religion, but an altar, what it basically is a safe, sacred space for you to do work, for you to go within, to for you to just be in. So it doesn't need or have to look like anything. It's just an assigned space that you can just be. And you know, that's your space to go within. That's your space to connect with your higher self, with energy, with guardians, with ancestors. That's a space where you're going to meditate. You're going to connect with your intuition, connect with guides, connect with different energies. Whatever practice or mindfulness you do, this is going to be a space that's just for that. Sometimes you can place things in that space that are going to anchor in that state. So if you work with crystals, maybe you'll have some crystals. If you like plants, maybe you'll have a plant and you connect with the plant. It's a safe, sacred space where the moment you're there, you are grounded. You get tuned in and you connect with all the different aspects of you that give you clarity. So even if the world is chaotic, your altar is a space where you can just be. And the moment you're there, all the little things don't matter anymore. You're really able to connect with the truth. An altar can be within and it can also be outside of you. I think it's helpful to think of it in both ways. Sometimes in this 3D world, having something that is tangible can be really helpful to connect with the altar within. You are a walking altar for sure, but having a space where you know it's dedicated to your meditation practice, it's dedicated to affirmations, it's dedicated to doing some rituals and working with the moon and whatever it is that is in your practice, that is going to be really powerful for you to gain clarity. And the last way to gain clarity using spiritual practices and tools is through intuition. Connect with your intuition. Your intuition's always going to guide you towards your most aligned career and how to get there. Anything that you require to step into that soul aligned career, your intuition is going to guide you towards. The second way that magical tools and practices help you in choosing your career path is through activating skills and gifts. You have many skills and gifts. You are probably aware of some of them, but I 100% know that you're not aware of all of them. And there's different spiritual tools and practices that help you become aware of your gifts. And when you're aware of your gifts are meant to be used in your soul aligned career. They're made to match each other. So knowing your gifts and skills is going to also give you clarity, is going to make you uniquely qualified and indispensable in the career of your dreams. So, what kind of magical tools and practices can you use to activate your gifts and skills? Breathwork. Breathwork is really powerful and it will activate the F out of you. I mean, That's one of the most powerful practices that I have ever experienced, and I've done so many. It's really powerful for that. Candle magic can be really powerful to activate your gifts and your skills. The way you would do that is to grab a candle and just embed it with the energy. Embed it with the energy that you're ready. You're ready to become aware of your gifts. And just so that sometimes fear may come up because if you're not aware of your gifts, it's probably because you've shut them down. Maybe you don't feel safe to express those gifts. Maybe in another lifetime, shit went down when you use those gifts. And maybe you utilize those gifts as a kid, and then family and society were like, what are you doing? That's weird. Stop. So you shut it down. So when you're activating them, you're going to become aware of how you were actually shutting them down. And so you get to do a little bit of shadow work, which is just looking at those aspects of you that maybe are scared of those gifts, or maybe think that those gifts aren't worthy, or maybe think that who are you to hold those gifts? You need to do a little bit of work on that because you get to be the version of you that completely can hold those gifts because they're within you. They're already within you. So you get to express them, hold them, work them. Shadow work is another way to activate those gifts. When you reject an aspect of you, you are creating a shadow. And that aspect of you is so multidimensional. There's so many layers. When you reject an aspect of you, you're not just rejecting the part that you think you're rejecting. You're rejecting everything that comes with it, including gifts. So when you do shadow work, which is looking at all aspects of yourself, calling all those aspects of you back home, loving them, accepting them, and then learning how to work with them, you're also calling all those gifts back. So, shadow work is really, really powerful. The third way that magical tools and practices can help you pick your career path is through removing blocks. Sometimes we're just so blocked that we don't even see what's actually there. We don't see that we already know what we're meant to do here. We already know that there's this career that would be like a full body yes, that would fulfill us, that would utilize our gifts, that would feel really impactful to the world. We have so many blocks that we don't see it within us. Ways to remove blocks can include doing some inner child healing, doing some energy work. Breath work again comes in. Like I mentioned, breath work is really powerful. Crystals can be really helpful to remove blocks. These are only a few ways that magical practices and tools can help you pick a career path. If this video was helpful, consider liking and subscribing so that you don't miss out on more videos like this. And also, if you know of anyone that is on this journey and you think that this video is going to be helpful, then definitely feel free to share it with them so that we can all be a part of creating this new paradigm, this new way of living, of having a career that we actually love, that fulfills us, not just a career that we're told to have or that is going to pay the bills or anything like that. Because when you do the work your soul came here to do, you will be supported financially, energetically, in all the ways and always.